Well, I have a long cruise coming up on the Discovery Princess, and I was trying to figure out what the heck I'm going to do with all these dang sea days. Well, I'm going to go to the casino and I'm going to try to earn a free cruise. I've done a lot of research about the Princess Players Advantage Club, and I'm going to give you all that information that I just kind of accumulated over the last week so that you have it too. Stay tuned. Hi everyone, Rob from Cruise Seekers, and welcome to our show today. Today we are going to talk about the Princess Player Advantage program, the casino program with Princess Cruise Lines. I have a very long cruise coming up on the Discovery Princess, and I'm going to fill up my nights with play in the casino. It's something that I like to do, and we are going to kind of lift the veil a little bit on the Princess Player Advantage program. It's very shrouded in mystery. There are no tiers that you have to kind of climb up to get rewards. It's just basically you learn from what you find on the net and what other people have experienced with this program. And I'm going to let you know everything that I found out about this program so you can learn how to build your points. You can learn the different tiers and rewards that you're going to get. You're also going to see how I'm planning on trying to get a free cruise. I'll do that later on in this video. We're going to talk about all those things. But before we do, I want to thank everybody who has become a member of this Cruise Seekers community. Thank you so much for joining us. We love you folks here. Thank you so much for being part of this great and growing community. And if you're new here and you love these type of videos about casino gambling in a cruise ship or just cruise ships in general and you like cruise deals, think about subscribing, turn that notification bell on. It is so appreciated by us. Thank you so much for doing it. And while you're down there, hey, hit that like button. It does help that YouTube algorithm. It does help other people find this video so that they can go into the casino on Princess Cruises and do it with their eyes wide open. Alrighty, with that out of the way, let's talk a little bit about the casino program with Princess, the Princess Player Advantage program. But before we really get involved with this, I would like to just let people know that this is information that I found on the web. It is by no means written in stone from Princess. Take everything here with a grain of salt. It's coming from different players. It's coming from averages that people are seeing. It's a bunch of innuendo, and some of it's a lot of speculation. So understand that first and foremost. Never, ever, ever expect a comp. Comps are basically prepaying for a free cruise later on. Nothing's ever free. They call it a free cruise, but it's not. You're paying it with your expected losses over time. So just understand that. Also, always gamble with a bankroll that you are willing to lose all the time. Never chase losses. If you have a problem with gambling, I'm going to put a link in the description below to try to get help. I'm also going to put a banner up right now so that you can see the resources that you might need in order to help you and help your family. So now let's talk a little bit about how you're going to earn rewards playing in the casino on Princess Cruise Lines. And we're going to first talk about how you actually earn points. Alrighty, earning points. Earning points is very simple. You basically play at the casino and you're going to earn points. Now, if you're going to play slots, you got a very simple formula to remember. For every $2.50 you wager in a slot machines, you will earn 1 point. For video poker players, you're going to have the same situation, but at a little bit less of an accumulation based upon your play because there's less of a house advantage with video poker. So you're going to earn 1 point with the casino for every $5 you play in a video poker machine. So that's that. Very simple to understand. Now with table games, it's a little bit different. You're going to be rated by your pit boss for the game you're playing. So make sure when you get to the table, you give him your medallion, you let him know what exactly you're buying in for. He'll see that information. Have him watch exactly how you're playing, what your average bet is, what kind of bets you are making. And then when you leave, he'll know exactly how long you played and he can give you a good, honest rating. If you kind of vary the amount of money you are playing on a table game, make sure he also sees that as well. Let him know that you are changing your average bet so he can give you a good and fair rating. Now, when you go to one of the machines, it's very, very easy. You tap the medallion. You can then feed the machine some money so you can put it into your bank, or you can move money from your room account to your bank. Now, I don't recommend that path because you know what? Your room is usually associated to a credit card. Never gamble on a credit card, folks. Don't do it. Bring the cash that you're going to want to gamble and then just put it in the safe and draw from that during your cruise. And also remember, when you are now having money in your bank, you're going to have to move your money from your bank to the machine so you can play on the machine. And then when you finish playing on that specific machine, always remember to cash out into your bank. Once you are ready to kind of cash out of the bank, you can bring your medallion up to the cage. They'll give you cash from your bank for your winnings or whatever is left in your bank. If it might be just, your remaining of your bankroll because you kind of lost a little bit during the cruise. So that's how that kind of works. Now with the table games, again, like I said, you're going to hand that medallion to your pit boss. He's going to put that information into his little computer. He's going to hand back your medallion. And when you leave, just make sure he understands you're leaving. And so you can get your points associated to the medallion and to your players club so that they know exactly what to give you and what you deserve for comps later on in the cruise. Now, another little trick, if you ever want to see exactly how many points are on you right now, you can always just tap it onto one of those machines as you're walking around, and it will let you know at any given time how many points you've accumulated thus far on the cruise. Now, with the Princess program, with the Player's Advantage program on Princess, you are not going to accumulate points for a period of time outside of the cruise that you're on. Points are for that cruise only, and they will start at 0 on your next cruise. You're not going to be climbing up loyalty tiers here. It doesn't work like that with Princess. So just understand that when you go on to your next Princess cruise and you tap your medallion, you're going to see 0. You're not going to see what you got on your prior cruise. That's kind of been uploaded to this offshore location who handles all the gambling on Princess cruises, and they'll have that into their file saying that you got X amount of points on this cruise and Y amount of points on this cruise. And they will use that for deciding what kind of comps they might give you in the mail. But we'll talk about that later. So now you've been playing in the casino, you've got your points, you're gaining points every day, and you're wondering what the heck are these points are going to be used for? Well, it's going to be used on how to determine what kind of perks and advantages and comps you're going to get with the casino, with future cruises, etc. on Princess Cruise Lines. So let's talk about the 4 different types of comps that you're going to be offered on your cruise or when you get off your cruise because of the points that you accumulated. The first one we're going to talk about is onboard comps. Onboard comps are based purely on your points on your player's card. It's that simple, and you get basically $1 of comp value for every 100 points you have on your card. So $10 for 1,000 points, $50 for 5,000 points. 10,000 points will get you about $100 worth of comp value somewhere on the ship. Now, these comps do not come automatically. It's not like you have a bank of comps to kind of use as onboard credit. It doesn't work like that. Don't expect also the casino host to tap you on the shoulder to let you know that you have some comps to maybe go to a specialty dining restaurant or to get a spa treatment. Don't expect that. These people are very, very busy. Same thing with the pit bosses. They're not going to come to you all the time and say, hey, would you like a specialty dining meal? You have enough, play to get a specialty dining meal on the house. They're not going to necessarily do that all the time. If you want to make sure you're getting the value for your play, always ask your pit boss or the casino host exactly what might they have on offer for you from your play for your points. Do that, and you will always make sure you get what is due you based upon your play. Don't expect it to come to you automatically. Now, the next way you can earn some rewards when you're on the ship is called the come back and sail rewards. Now, these are based upon a huge algorithm that gets decided offshore by the casino people that run the program for all of Princess. So this is kind of really, really shrouded in mystery. And the information that I'm giving you here is purely based upon other people's experiences with this program. And I'm just relaying you this information. This is by no means written in stone. No one knows the algorithm, but we do know it is heavily based upon points, but it's also based upon how much time you spent in the casino, what kind of games you play, what kind of house advantage based upon the games you play, what is your average bet. I'm sure there's all sorts of information that they take into consideration when making a decision to give you a comeback and sale offer. And there's 5 different tiers of offers that you're going to get. Now, each one of these offers will have some version of these three components in the offer. Every one of them will have a free play offer as part of the come back and sail offer. So you're always going to get free play. Now, some of them will have a cabin that they're going to give to you for free. Well, I don't know if you call it free. We already talked about that. You're kind of prepaying it. And then some of them, if you're getting a cabin offer in the mini suite or the suite area, you will also get an offer with Princess Plus along with your cabin and the free play. So let's now talk about the 5 different offers, and we're going to start off with that introductory offer. To get this introductory offer, we've been seeing around 300, 250, 300 points, a few hundred points per night you're going to need to accumulate in order to get this come back and sail offer. And it's just going to have some free play for you. This free play is going to be in the range of around $300. They're basically going to say, hey, come back and sail. We're going to give you $300 to play in the casino. We will love to see you here again. Now, the next offer is where it starts to get interesting, where they're going to give you a room along with some free play. The first offer is going to be for an inside cabin and around $250 of free play. You're going to have to get around 500 points per night to get this type of offer. Now, again, these are all averages. Don't expect it to come your way if you've been doing that $500 per night. It's just an average. You might do less and you get it. You might do more and you might not get it. I don't know. I hope that you understand that. Now, the third one, though, is where it starts to get even more interesting, where you're going to get a balcony and you're going to get even more free play, somewhere in the range of $600. Now, in order to get this one seems to have the most volatility of them all. I've seen ranges of people saying, I made about 700 points per night and I got this offer for the balcony. And I saw some people that said, I did over 1,500 points and I didn't get the offer for the balcony. But on average, about 1,000 points per night to get a balcony and some free play in the $600 range. Now, the next 2 ones are really for the high rollers. This is for the mini suites. And with the mini suites and some really, really nice free play in the $1,000 range, you're also going to get Princess Plus. But in order to get that, you're going to need to get around 3,000 points per night. That's when I see these ones start to show up in the different forums that I've been kind of perusing. So just know these are for those really big time gamblers that are putting a lot of money into the casino. And finally, these are for the high rollers. It's where you're going to get a suite. You're going to get a ton of free play as well as Princess Plus. You know, these things are going to be for people who are going to get around 5,000 points per night. So yeah, they're putting a lot of money into the casino. This is what they like to do, and this is what they get for putting that kind of money into the casino, where the house knows they're going to make a serious amount of money over time on these folks. Now, these offers will be delivered to you in your stateroom on the last day of the cruise. Now, if you don't get it in the morning underneath your door, don't be all disappointed and despondent that you didn't get the offer. You might get it a little bit later in the afternoon from your cabin steward. And even then, if you didn't get it at that time, in the evening on the last night of your cruise, go talk to the casino host. These things have been known to get lost in the shuffle. Just double check to see if you were offered a come back and sail offer, and they'll let you know, yes, you did. And you're like, oh, I didn't receive it in my cabin. And they go, oh, let me get it for you. And they will print it up right there for you. Now, these offers can be used for cruises up to 15 days in length. You will also need to kind of wait 10 days before you can use this offer. You can't go down to future bookings and book it right then and there. You got about a 10-day cool off period before you can use it, but it needs to be used on a cruise within 45 days of the offer. The offer will expire in 45 days, and it needs to be on a cruise that will be sailing within the next 7 months. Now, when you want to book this, you can do this online based upon the offers that you have, or you can actually call the casino phone number and get this thing booked for you. It's very simple to do. It's not difficult at all. But understand this, like I said, nothing's ever free. You're going to still have to pay your taxes, fees, and port expenses for each person in the cabin. You can bring up to 1 guest with this offer, so you have that, or you can go solo and you will not have to deal with a solo supplement, but you're going to have to pay port fees, taxes, and expenses for each person in the cabin. You're also going to need to put a $200 deposit per person on that cabin as well. Now, that $200 per person will come back to you as onboard credit. You can use that $200 for whatever. You can use it to purchase Princess Plus if you want when you get on board, or you can use it to pay the gratuities for the crew members on the ship. There's a lot of different things you can use that onboard credit for. Just know that it will come back to you, that $200 deposit, in the form of onboard credit. Now, the last two perks that you might get for playing in the Princess casinos is what is known as core offers and casino special invite offers for special events on ships for casino players. Core offers are very similar to the comeback and sale offers. You're going to see basically free play, a room, and maybe Princess Plus with that offer. But the cool thing is, if you don't get a room, you're more than likely going to get a percentage off on your cruise. Now, the cool thing with these core offers, you're going to be able to use them for cruises up to 20 days. You're also going to be able to do these offers on up to 3 cruises. Now, the free play that they're going to give you will only apply for the first cruise, but you can use these core offers for up to 3 cruises. You can book 3 cruises with this with a free cabin. It's pretty darn cool. That's a great thing that they can give you with Princess Core offers. I really like that. Now, the invite only cruises, the ones that for the Hearts offers or the Prestige offers, these are very similar to the core offers, but they're for special cruises. They're going to be really treating you well as a casino player. You're going to get little amenities in your guest room that will show up. You're going to have additional type of things going on, different casino events. You're going to have big draws that you might be able to get involved in different types of tournaments. It's kind of really tailor made to those casino players, these cruises, and it's really nice to get these invites. Now, the Prestige invite, don't expect a Prestige invite unless you're one of those people that get mini suites or suites when you get this comeback and sale offers. Those are really reserved for those high level players. But you might receive a Hearts offer, which is pretty cool because you're going to get all sorts of little cool little trinkets and all sorts of little things that you normally just don't get when you just book a comped cruise. So that kind of covers the Princess Player Advantage program in a nutshell. Now, what I'm going to do when I'm on the Discovery Princess is I'm going to be playing video poker. Now, people might be saying, why are you going to play video poker? You got to put in twice as much money in order to get the same point as if you were to go on a slot. Well, if you play video poker right, the house has an advantage of about, 5% on you. So they're only going to take around 5% for every dollar you put into the video poker machine if you play video poker well. Now, you got to know how to play video poker to kind of make sure you have the best advantage to playing the game and kind of make sure you're in that 5% range by playing it properly. So that's that. So if you're getting tired, don't play video poker. It's not as simple as pushing a button. You got to kind of have to think, which is the best play for me in order to kind of get the best return on the pay table. Now, with slots, yeah, you're going to accumulate points faster, but I'm figuring with slots, you're going to say for every dollar you put into the machine, the house is going to take away a quarter over time. You're going to wind up probably spending more money in the slots, even though you're accumulating points faster. So with that in mind, if I'm trying to get 500 points per night, it's going to mean I'm going to need to put about $2,500 into the video poker machine every night. Now, every time I play, I'm only giving a nickel though if I play right. So at about a 5% house advantage, you're going to have to do about somewhere around the line of $125 bankroll so that you can play approximately 1,000 hands at 50 cents per credit using 5 credits per hand. So that's the bankroll I'm going to need to use every night for trying to get this cruise. Now that's a hell of a lot better if you think about the slots. The slots, yeah, you're only going to need to cycle through about $1,250 to get that kind of same level of points with the slot machine. But you know what? The slots are going to take a quarter every single time you pull that lever, and that's just too much of a house advantage. You're just going to need too big of a bankroll. You're going to probably need almost twice to 3 times the bankroll in order to kind of get the same amount of points. So there you go, folks. That is our video about the Princess Player Advantage Casino program. I hope you enjoyed this video. I also hope that it lifted the veil of uncertainty over your eyes to kind of make you be able to understand exactly what this program is all about, and that you can go into the casino knowing exactly what is due you based upon the way you play. If it did, hey, give the video a big thumbs up. It really does help that YouTube algorithm. It helps other people find this channel, and it will also help lift the veil off of their eyes too. And if you're not a member yet of this Cruise Seekers community, hey, think about subscribing. Turn that notification bell on. If you love videos about cruises, you love cruise deals, you love tips and tricks about cruising, and you love casino gambling, think about subscribing. Turn that notification bell on. thank you so much for doing that. And if you've been a Princess player in their casinos beforehand, let us know what you think about their program. I think it's one of the most generous programs out there. So I'm really excited to give this one a whirl. Leave a comment down below. We love comments. We always engage with you folks in the comments section. So until we talk again next time, this is Rob from Cruise Seekers, reminding each and every one of you to always seek the seas. Bye now.